Last spring, the film From the Rough debuted in theaters. It's a movie based on the story of a former golf coach at Tennessee State, starring the late Michael Clark Duncan, Oscar nominated for his role in The Green Mile, and actress Taraji Henson, who also received a nomination for her role in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. In the picture, Henson plays the part of Coach Catana Starks.
If I am just a lady swim coach, Edward, then you're nothing but street trash, like that rich kid said. But I don't say that, because I don't focus on the past. I focus on potential. And I work hard to realize mine. And I expect the same of you. And whether that ignorant waitress gets what I'm doing doesn't matter. I'm gonna make you a golfer. All of you. And we're gonna win.
From the Rough was based on the life of Catana Starks. In sports, there is only one chance to be the first at something. The first to break the 4-minute mile, the first to pitch a perfect game. For Catana Starks, we remember her as we honor Black History Month. Her moment in history arose when she became the first woman to coach a men's Division I golf team, a feat that didn't come without a lot of hard work and determination.
My mother always believed that you never give up, so there was no giving up.
Catana Starks had plenty of obstacles to overcome while growing up in segregated Mobile, Alabama in the 1940s.
There was not a pool in the neighborhood we lived. I had to walk almost 3 miles or more just to get to a black pool.
Starks loved sports, but she was diagnosed with severe asthma when she was 3 years old.
Even though the doctor said that I couldn't participate in sports, I would go hiking through the woods, climbing the trees, and all kinds of things. I never stopped.
After graduating high school, Starks pursued her affection for athletics while attending Tennessee State University, an historically Black college in Nashville.
I was in health and physical education, and then they offered me a graduate assistantship because I could swim. They wanted me to teach swimming because it was required of all students at Tennessee State University.
After earning her master's degree in health and physical education, Starks moved to Saginaw, Michigan to teach phys ed and coach several men's and women's high school sports. Fate intervened when she approached Tennessee State about a potential student athlete.
I called trying to get a scholarship for a young lady who played basketball for me. And they said, listen, we have an opening. We need you back here. We have a brand new pool, and we need you to come and teach swimming.
Starks returned to her alma mater and served as the men's swimming and diving coach until the university joined the Ohio Valley Conference.
They didn't sanction swimming. They told me that they were going to cancel swimming and diving and wanted me to coach men's golf because I played.
Starks' first challenge, form a team from scratch.
I put signs up. You got to find someone. First year, the walk-ons, just take them, whoever can play.
She was faced with so many challenges in the beginning. 1, financial, 2, recruiting, 3, facility shortages, 4, support.
With minimal funding, Starks' team was resourceful.
Next to the field on campus, we would literally take buckets of shag bags. They would land in the parking lot and roll at least 400, 500, 600 yards. Imagine hitting 200 balls. How long it would have taken to not only hit them, but then pick them up.
Determined to improve conditions, Starks ventured out to find equipment and facilities for her teams to use.
From the golf balls to outfits to just getting access to play in certain tournaments. Wouldn't have happened if she hadn't begged and tried to make it happen.
She wasn't going to let us not get the opportunity to play on nice courses.
After those initial years, Coach Starks started to recruit, not only in the United States, but internationally. One of her first global players was world-renowned Canadian swing coach Sean Foley.
I ended up at Tennessee State because of some factors. I was a good player, I wasn't a great player. I had awful school marks. And then the Canadian dollar was at 63 cents to the American dollar. So I had no option except to go to where I could get a full scholarship.
We were the first wave of this international group of players.
It didn't matter where you were from, the only question was how good could you play.
I was trying to build a program. I want to be competitive.
Building the program didn't come without sacrifice. She was frequently confronted with obstacles to overcome.
One time, I didn't even get paid for coaching for a whole year.
She was committed and dedicated to fulfilling and make sure the program, no matter if she had the proper backing, that way it was going to flourish and come to the forefront.
Had it not been for her, there wouldn't have been a program.
You don't give up, you keep trying. I wouldn't quit on them. I wouldn't want them to quit on me.
Just barely, just barely. Keep it up. You'll find some birdies.
Through perseverance and grit, in her 18th and final year as coach, Starks led Tennessee State to victory in the 2005 PGA Minority Collegiate Golf Championship.
It really has a deep meaning for me because it has been so elusive so long.
That's like going from coal power to solar power. That's how big that is.
She made wine out of water, so to speak.
When you don't give up, you persevere, you go ahead and you go through the trials and tribulations, that's what makes you better.
So many kids are willing to give up now because they get knocked down and never been taught. Everybody's going to get knocked down. The kids, are you going to get up?
This is a story about a woman in a man's world, and she takes it on and actually wins.
When you encourage young people to try things, to reach out and grab something, don't just give up. Dream big.
In 2011, Catana Starks retired from her administrative role at Tennessee State University. And this past September, she was inducted into the National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame. Some of golf's biggest stars head east this week for the Florida Swing, and the Sunshine State produced some of the most compelling finishes of 2014.